Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club, New Eyes. Yeah. We left off when me and Monica, well, Yuri and Monica, were walking back from the club, and we were... Fucking the club, it sounds so bad. We're walking back to the club, okay? Calm down, okay? I closed the door behind me. I immediately glanced at Natsuki. What? What? She's sitting on the floor next to FD? They're both reading one of her manga. How am I supposed to talk to him now? Without a warning, Monica speaks with a great projection. Okay, everyone. FD stares at her with an incredulous look. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh god, I knew it was coming, but I really didn't want to share a poem of mine with anyone. It's not going to... Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. Why did you say that out loud? That's so awkward. Natsuki. I just need to make sure we had enough time. Though you did look pretty cozy over there. Haha. If you know what I mean. As he looks at Natsuki looks at you, and she realizes she's a little too close to him. Just now. Why are Natsuki so aggressive toward Monica? This is so unlike her. She's values friendships as much as I do. Monica comes next to me and whispers. See, Natsuki feels a bit more at ease now. Well, a little bit too much, maybe, but still. But was it just me, or she's been acting differently than usual? I've noticed it too. Natsuki never acts this weird. Anyway, it just looks like she's appreciating her time with FD though. So that's a pretty good thing, don't you think? Indeed, I know she won't pretend for too long. I guess you know her too well. I remember though, it's your turn to try and speak to him, alright? Monica winks at me and walk away to sit on her chair. I still am not sure if it's just taking place on a different timeline, or is it following the normal story, just your perspective. But either way, this is intriguing story. I turned my head to look at FD and Natsuki. They're both getting up now. I can't hear what they're saying, but it looks like FD's trying to give her the manga back. They talk for a few seconds, and he keeps the manga, but I lent him a book. I looked down. He probably prefers manga reading anyways. Oh, that's so sad. I hear the two of them walking back to the main table. FD puts the manga in his bag over the book I lent him. Monica was patiently waiting for them to finish, arms crossed. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. FD looks slightly worried now. Did he even write a poem? Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we all find someone to share with? I can't wait. Everybody gets their poems out their bags or in. They grab my notebook. It looks like FD actually wrote a poem after all. I stand to get a good look at what he's written, but I can't see a thing. It looks like he's written quite a lot though. Oh, a lot? I can't wait. It's only 20 words, no? I'm making like bad jokes because you picked 20 words to make a poem. As he stands in the middle of the room at first, he starts looking at everyone one by one as he hesitates to decide who he shared a poem with. Suddenly he takes a sword step at Natsuki. She looks very surprised, but at least she doesn't seem to be angry as she was yesterday. I'm pretty sure she's really looking forward to reading his poem. She really reads it and looks at him. I can tell she... Are you alright? I stare at Monica without understanding what she said for a few seconds. I was so absorbed in Natsuki and the other day I didn't even see her standing right next to me. Oh, yeah, you don't know you do know we have to all share poems, right? Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, so you're showing you hers yet? It looks like she's not really in the mood to do so. Why is that? She was just waiting for someone to share a poem. She's staring at Natsuki and FD. In my opinion, she's trying to get more information about other poems. Let's leave her alone for a bit and share our poems with each other, alright? Alright then. I want to see Sayuri's poem, but I guess it'd be better to leave her alone. Let's share our poems then. What have you written, Yuri? I opened my notebook. Cunt. I opened my notebook to the page I wrote yesterday. God, my writing's all shaky. I slightly hand the notebook to Monica. She reads it for a second, squinting her eyes. You were a little tired when you wrote this, Yuri. Your writing's all shaky. Yeah, just a bit. I was so worried about my mother that I didn't really work on the poem presentation. Sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Actually, even though your writing is a little shaky, I really like your poem. I haven't read a lot of your works before, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this one's a little different from the ones you usually write, right? Indeed, I wanted to try something that was deep with more symbolism. No, I didn't. I wanted to try the other two, but no freaking symbolism. I don't care. It's whatever. Something with some kind of meaning. I wasn't too sure about the other two had meaning. Are you? I don't know, man. I wasn't sure about what I said to fucking say in this poem, but I think it just came out nicely. Have you understand something from it, except it's superficial, natural, of course? I'm not too sure, but this is what fuck, I can't, let me start over. I'm not too sure, but it's just about the past and links to the present. The way I see it, the person described in this poem is like a ghost in a way. They're here under the spotlight, but they're unable to go past a while. At the same time, they're being part of the present. Well, that's merely my interpretation, but I think some people are a bit like that. Monica chuckles. So, how did I do? Fascinating. Monica's interpretation was impressive. Why not? When I'm writing those poems, the concept's always a little abstract in my head. However, Monica managed to take all those abstract concepts and explain them. I smile at Monica. Really impressive. It was on point. You really understood what I meant by in my poem. Well, that was to be expected of you. You're the club president after all. Why, thank you, Yuri. Want to read my poem? I'm glad that what you think. Be glad to know what you think about it. Of course. Monica hands me her poem with a big smile on her face. I take with her my two hands. I slowly read it. On my face. How long is this? Oh, it's just the page. Okay. It could have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless images. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I wasn't looking out. But he on the other side was looking in. Deep, bruh. I'm sorry. I get chills just by reading her poem. This is a masterpiece. It's easy to tell she wanted to put a message in her poem too, but I can't seem to figure out what it is. One thing for sure, it's heartfelt. So how was it? I spent a while on this one, you know. It's honestly really good. I can't find any flaws in your writing. I feel like some kind of rhythm when reading it, and it's pretty easy to picture what you wrote in your head. The only thing I really don't understand here is the message you want to put away. The message to put in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was your objective too, wasn't it? But since you wrote about something you personally wanted to convey with your own meaning, I'd say it's pretty normal for me not to understand. If it could have linked to a story about jealousy you told me earlier in that way. Seeing an infinite amount of possibilities and choices you can't reach. Well, a poem rarely makes me think that much, but as I said, it's really good. I look up from the poem to see Monica listening to me. Oh, I'm sorry, did I overthink it? I mean, Yuri, that's alright. Actually, it's fascinating to hear your train of thought. I indeed wanted to talk about a personal experience in that poem. I can't really tell you about it, but I'm not too sure myself. But I think your interpretation isn't far from the truth. Mine is next to nothing's next to yours, Monica. Well, only FD will tell us. And don't forget to share your poem with him too. If you want to speak with all your passion, just do what you do with me. There's no doubt things will be interesting. Monica winks at me and goes back to her chair. I look at my poem again. Turns out I may have something a little better than I had intentionally expected. Suddenly I hear some footsteps towards me. I stare at FD. Looks like he's done sharing his poem with Natsuki. She has an odd smile on her face. I've never seen her this way. Without a word, FD stops next to me smiling. Oh god, he wants to show his poem. I gently take the poem from his hands. No words. You see, I told you it's 20 words. I told you. I called it. I need it. I win. I win this game. I know you're gonna say there's no winning in this game, but I win. Look, I was right all along. Here, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I win. I didn't get the person at all, but I got 20 words. You see, I win. Okay, let's read the poem now. I got a little too excited. Not down there, of course, but I got a little too excited. You know what I mean? Okay. Adventure, alone, amazing, awesome, beauty, bed, bless, broken, calm, charm, cheer, childhood, clumsy, colorful, comfort, cry, dance, dark, daydream, dazzle. I could do better than that. I'm sorry, you're like older than me and I could do better. That's kind of sad. I have to give it to you. And then the picture, the very poorly drawn picture. I can make better than that. Wait, it just went automatically? I didn't click anything. That's weird. Okay. Thought. Well, what did I just read? It's a little weird. His poem has a simplistic vibe to it. I can clearly see he's put some effort into it, and what's with that drawing? There's so many questions I wish I could ask him, but it's just frustrated him. I can easily feel that it's beginner's work. He tried mixing styles and doing some freeform writing. How am I supposed to tell him that's without hurting him? But that may be a good occasion to talk to him, just like Monica told me. What should I start with? What is it? Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. I just deduct that this is his first poem. For all I know, he may have written in the past, so I can't give him advice like that. I need to know if it's first or not. This is embarrassing, but seeing him look at me like this way just makes me want to talk to him more. Okay, this is your first time writing poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it, as it's so that bad. No, oh my god, look at his face. He just looks so dead. I hate this model. Like, so, it just, I don't know. I just don't picture MC like that. We talked about this a different time. We already talked about this. I don't want to talk about this. But just look at him. He's just like, I don't picture MC like that. I picture him more, I don't know, less plain. Why does he remind me of Kirito now from SAO? Just, I don't know, just, I don't know. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. God, I sound way too harsh. I thought this would go well, but I'm getting lost in thoughts again. I need to get going, but it's just too harsh. I need to be interesting. This is too hard for a person like me. I sigh. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. Here it goes. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in your new writings is that you try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both that the style and their expressiveness are weakened. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. It's not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is possibly the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with a new practice, learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Not to give me a little biased, but though biased, how? What did I just say? I didn't mean to. Natsuki said so many bad things about ID, so I just assumed, though they didn't look like they were getting along, they looked like they were getting along together well. Who am I to say such things? I'll have to apologize for Natsuki for saying that. I just get lost in a train of thoughts as well. I wasn't thinking straight. Well, never mind. I just thought I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Do you mind if I read your poem now? I take a deep breath. Now the time to think about it. Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it too. I smiled at FD as he takes my arm from her hands. Will he understand what I meant in it? I hope he will. His poem wasn't as great as I expected it to be, but it has shown me that he's able to understand some things. I cross my fingers behind my back. A minute passes. He's still reading my poem? Oh, I remember what Monica told me. Maybe he's just struggling to read my handwriting. I'm sorry I'm such a terrible handwriting. Roger jerks his head and looks at me with a confused expression. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read it. Well, I didn't read script very often. I just think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. So, FD liked my writing? For some reason, that makes me feel a little happy. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since you're our first time, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Well, he didn't understand my poem. That's a bit disappointing. Well, of course he didn't. He's like new to the club and he doesn't get deep thoughts, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but whatever. Let's just travel on, I guess. Hello, this is SAR. Oh, wait, fuck. Fuck. Shitty titties. Why did you say that? I don't know, man. Okay, that's a bit disappointing. Huh? Actually, the storm isn't about a ghost at all, FD. Really? I totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all, but I remember the poets, after often expressing their own feelings and expressing in their work, they should do more than tell a simple story or point at the picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remembering place of comfort and unable to get out of the past, and just to be left without noticing. That's more Solomon. Solomon. I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. Putting it in that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's really nothing. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be too long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. FD nods at me with a big smile and takes his poem back. I slowly sigh. That wasn't horrible as I expected. I ended up having to try to explain it a little too much, and it was pretty interesting. It's a bit disappointing to see that FD didn't understand the main message of the poem, but I'm glad he did it again. FD walks towards Monica. She's ready to smile at him. Sirius is still at the table looking around her and listening to FD and Monica. She's just reading her manga in the corner of the room. I take it towards her. She lifts her head. Oh, Yuri, shared your poem with everyone already? Well, I've shared it with Monica and FD, so Yuri looks like she's focused on something else. How'd it go? What are you talking about? Well, you were with FD a bit early, am I right? It looked like things went well. See, there's no reason to... Oh, don't talk about that. What? Natsuki's tone was so cool just now. How come? You should be happy to talk to him, right? It's not bad after all. Yuri, I said no. It just makes me feel uneasy being around him. So, please, just don't talk about him. What's she saying? This isn't Natsuki. Natsuki would never talk like that. She's still just reading her manga as if nothing's wrong. Hey, Natsuki, what's wrong? Did you do something that embarrassed you? She closed her manga. Did I just sound harsh, Yuri? Natsuki looks hurt. Kind of. I just wanted to know how it went, and you suddenly answered me in a cold manner. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I just thought that I'm fearing the worst. Did I tell her something awful? No, he wouldn't be like that. It's probably just... I'm so sorry, Yuri, but I was reading the particularly upsetting passage of my manga. My mood always fluctuates when I'm concentrated on the story. So to answer your question, I hated admitting it that he isn't as horrible as I thought. His poem was actually really good. Of course, I couldn't tell him that, else he'd start believing he's some kind of poem master of some sort. Did you see it too? I did. To be completely honest, I was kind of disappointed. I thought he was potential, but his poem wasn't really powerful. Really? Well, I kind of disagree. There was a certain presence emanating from it. Don't you mean the present? Don't you mean the picture he drew? Like, come on, that was like delicious. Wait, what are you laughing for? To think that you were hating him yesterday. You've made a complete 180. Yeah, well, you know what. That doesn't matter. After all, it's just like it's not like I wanted to get closer to him. Well, I wouldn't mind. I put my hand in front of my mouth. What am I saying? This is too awkward. You what? When you say you what, it just reminds me of that one SpongeBob clip. Oh, that's so funny. You know, I'll play it right now. Oh, here, let's play it. Listen very closely, fam.
You what?
Yeah, that meme. Yeah. You see, I just pull up. I hope you guys heard it, because if you didn't, that's really awkward. What do you mean? You'd like to get closer to him? As a friend, of course. I don't want to, you know. Well then, if you say so. Natsuki gives me a weird stare. Suddenly, Monica sits next to her. How's everything going, girls? Oh, Monica, it's all going well. You and I already shared a poem to the thief, so we're just talking about what we wrote. We didn't really agree on what we think about it, though. Remember that way you see a poem and any type of art is general. It's really subjective. You just have to talk about it and say that you liked or what you disliked. Actually, I just read this poem, and it's my interpretation is correct. Yuri, you disliked this poem, right? What? How did you know? Well, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obviously clearly with a certain style of knowing Natsuki, it was clear that she liked it. Isn't that true, Natsuki? God, Monica, you start saying those things. It's true that his style was interesting. It's very simple because yeah, it was a meaning behind it. It's not too elaborate. Of course, it's his first time for him, but I was impressed. So he found a meaning in this poem. I thought it was well written, but I couldn't find a deeper meaning to it. Would mind telling us what it was about? Monica's right. By criticizing his poem, I didn't even take the time to try to understand what he's trying to convey. Natsuki didn't give her a full opinion, though. Actually, how can I say this? God, I can't explain it. You know what feeling? The feeling of deja vu. Can you guys get it? And it's an Overwatch reference. I'm sorry, I don't like Overwatch, but I just know that reference because yeah, it's everywhere. Ugh, this is frustrating. Poems transcend words, you know. Natsuki, I don't mean to be harsh, but poems are words. Well, you get what I mean. Am I dreaming, or actually quoted one of your mangas? Or of course I didn't. Why would I do that? Monica and I burst into laughter. This situation is so ridiculous. Natsuki, however, is still looking at us with an exasperated expression. You two are children. You're just teasing, you know. Oh, by the way, Monica, what do you think of the poem? Oh, what do you think of your poem, okay? Oh, my poem, I didn't think you really understood what it was. He actually called my poem freeform. Freeform? But your poem's so great, Monica. It's far from being freeform. I don't mind, though. I think he enjoyed it. He asked for an explanation, so I ended up learning a bit more about the process of writing a poem. Oh, that's right. I haven't read your poem, Monica. Can I take a look at it? Of course. Here you go. Monica hands the poem down to you. She grabs it and starts reading it. I liked it. It's not a style of writing, obviously, but I can see a lot of effort went into it. That's about looking through a hole, right? I didn't really get that part. It's supposed to mean the main part of my poem, actually. Well, sorry, but I really enjoyed the writing, though. That's alright. By the way, have you two shared your poems with each other yet? Oh, no, we haven't. We're busy discussing FD's fun, so we didn't get done it yet. Well, then I'll get to it. I'll go talk to Siri for a bit. Alright, let's do it. Natsuki and I exchange our poems. Oh, wow. Yep, very simple. Classic Natsuki. Natsuki. I'm killing myself. Monica can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I said chicas can't run. Chica from freaking FNAF. Or Finance Freddy's or Ultimate Custom Night. Or freaking Markiplier's dog. I don't know. Just popped in my head. Well, this isn't really surprising, but I expect Natsuki to put a little more effort to it. I smile a little. Obviously, she didn't really try. What's with this language? Wait, what? Why is there thingies there? Why is there, like, the parentheses? Eh? Oh, did you just say something? Oh, it's nothing. Oh, I think it's a whisper. Well, we both were opponents respected back in the desk. I can see Natsuki's eyes isn't to express my poem either. It's true that we never really shared our poems writing before. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. How am I supposed to answer that? Can't really find any adjectives to describe her poem. Yours is cute? Cute! Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? What's with Natsuki's behavior? She's been this aggressive towards me. She's never been this aggressive toward me. It's just saying that I said her poem is cute. I don't know what I mean. I just wanted to compliment her. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean I have to try that to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come up at it nice at all. I just can't lie to her. I told her that her poem was great. How can I tell her about that when it needs to be fixed? It sounds like she really isn't in a good mood today, so I'll just most likely she gets upset. As her friend, I have to tell her. Well, I have a couple suggestions. If I were looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Siri liked it. FD did too. She's losing her temper. I glanced at Siri. She looks a little surprised, though she didn't want to participate in sharing the poems. Natsuki never told me that she shared hers with Siri in the first place. So based on that, I would gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time satisfying my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. That was unnecessarily passive-aggressive, but Natsuki acting so strangely. This kind of fight never happened before, so why now? It's her behavior linked to FD. She was just trying to act tough in front of him. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but Natsuki needs to send some knocked into her. And FD liked my poem too, you know. He told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki stands up and looks at me. I can see anger burning in her eyes. This isn't Natsuki I know. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. She can't just use those ass arguments. She does perfectly well. It's hard for me to talk to people. This is... that's not what You're just... Without even thinking I stand up and look down at Natsuki. Maybe you're just jealous that FD appreciates my writing advice more than he appreciates yours. I said that. Just a few minutes ago, we were peacefully talking about it to each other, but it's her fault. She wanted it. She's in a bad mood for God knows for what reason. She's just letting out her anger at me. This is unfair. Huh? What do you know? He didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I clenched my fists. I didn't think I'd ever felt such an amount of anger. Natsuki just make herself look like a fool. No, if I was full of myself, I wouldn't literally go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Finger kisses are full. No, thank you. This is just lame. She shyly walks towards us. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who was boozed as you grew size bigger when as you started showing up. Natsuki! Oh, I love reading this. Every time this gets me. I love it. Oh, so she went and said it. My best friend actually said it. I feel my nails digging into my skin, like my fists even harder. How she could say something like that? Just because she wants to be the tough one? Does she want to be admired by dude that badly? I'm sure he doesn't want to be near just such a hopeless girl anyways. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I yelled at Monica without even thinking. This is between me and Natsuki. I don't even like you guys fighting. I appreciate Natsuki's word, but this is none of her business. I feel the tension growing between me and Natsuki. I wish it didn't have to come to that, but I let Natsuki run my reputation. Her poem needs some fixing, and she's actually so childish over it. I turn to FD and I look at him straight in the eye. FD, She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If you could get over yourself to learn to appreciate that someone writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poem all convoluted for no reason? What the fuck does that mean? The reader should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, FD. Her arguments are totally wrong. This is why she's making them sound so true. Why is she acting all cute in front of FD? It makes me want to shout at her even more. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning for the most efficiency. Avoiding them is so not necessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You don't understand that. You understand that, right, FD? If he's standing there looking alternately between me and Natsuki, the choice shouldn't be hard, right? Arguments are on point. There's no way he'd go for Natsuki. She's just being over cutesy, not making any proper sense. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, I sigh relief, so I need to answer what I meant. But complaining with me, that's a little. But Natsuki has a point. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be impressive as well. It's a reading imagination takes over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at it. Oh, so in the end, he doesn't agree with me. I should have expected that. After all, my arguments aren't that good. That he's so much cuter than I am. Yeah, it did it, didn't it? Haha. She shows how much you know. That's not. She keeps trying to irritate me in front of FD. Does she want me to start yelling again? That won't happen. I'm not the type of person. It seems like she doesn't know me after all. I'm here. I thought we were friends. Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. She's trying to act all whiny to get FD's pity. Who started it after all? She was the mean one. She was talking about my mind. It was entirely her fault. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned a lot today. Every small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. Sherry stands right behind FD, nodding in agreement. I wondered whose side she's on. She's been very quiet than usual. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's all surprised. Why does she act this way if she knows that her writing is good? Thanks for noticing. She looks down, not saying another word. She said she should be happy to get some praise. She loves it. Yuri, I look at FD. Judging from the expression on his face, I must seem awful to him. I'm sure that didn't mean what she said, so you don't have to feel threatened either. His smile is so soothing. Just looking at him makes my heart flutter. All the hatred I felt seconds ago, I realized some sort of happiness. What is this? Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you can apologize for me, FD. She inhales and she quickly glances at me. The thing about... She looks around the room. She obviously in an embarrassing situation. I can't help but feel a little sorry for her, just a little. Would everyone stop staring at me? Sayori and Monica still watching from the back of the room, look away. I keep my attention focused on her. I know this is challenging, but I'd like to hear apologies. Anyway, this is about your bruise. I didn't mean to, okay? That's all. She looks away, ignoring my gaze. I may have sounded harsh, or maybe way too harsh. Now that I think about it, what was I thinking? Natsuki's my friend. How can I be so mean? Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. For some reason, this sounds too embarrassing for me to handle. Saying it in front of FD. I'll go make some tea. Oh, this is so awkward. It's so different from the last time, too. So I think this is a different timeline. But there is glitches, though, so I feel like... I don't know. But Sayori wasn't that quiet with that day. I don't know, but it does correlate, but sometimes it doesn't correlate. Very little, though, but it does correlate. I'm very confused. But we're gonna end it here, because, you know, just right after the heated moment, you gotta. It also, the video's got pretty long. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't, well, if you did, don't leave a dislike. Doesn't help any of us. And, yeah, have a good day. Big gay.